Nesta Carter is a name known to many who follow track and field. He is a sprinter from Jamaica. This island nation is famous for producing some of the fastest runners in history. Carter was a key part of this legacy. He ran in an era filled with incredible talent. He stood on the starting line next to giants of the sport. For years, he was a vital member of Jamaica's powerful relay teams. His story is one of great speed. His story is one of major victories. His story is one of significant team success. It is a journey that took him from a small community in Jamaica. It is a journey that took him to the biggest stadiums in the world. There he competed for glory. There he competed for gold medals. This essay will tell the story of Nesta Carter's career. We will follow a clear timeline. We will start with his early days. We will start with his first steps onto a running track. Then we will look at how he became a top-level athlete. The story will cover his major races. The story will cover his biggest achievements. We will see how he became one of the fastest men in the world. It is important to understand his journey from the beginning to the end. This allows us to see the full picture of his time in the sport. It helps us understand the path he took and the challenges he faced. Carter's role was often as the first runner in the 4x100-meter relay. This is a very important job. The first runner, or lead-off leg, sets the pace for the entire team. A strong start can give a team a big advantage. A weak start can make it very hard to win. Carter was trusted with this role in many major championships. He had a powerful and explosive start. This made him perfect for the position. He had to run a fast bend. He had to then pass the baton smoothly to the next runner. His skill in this area helped Jamaica win many medals and set world records. Nesta Carter was born on October 11, 1985. He grew up in a rural part of Jamaica in a district called Banana Ground in the parish of Manchester. This area is known for its quiet country life far from the busy capital city of Kingston. Like many young boys in Jamaica, Carter was surrounded by a culture that loved sports, cricket athletics. The island has a long and proud history of producing world-class sprinters, and stories of past heroes were part of everyday life. This environment naturally inspired many children to dream of running fast and representing their country on the world stage. This dream was deeply woven into the fabric of Jamaican identity. His early years were modest. Life in Banana Ground was simple, and families often worked hard to make a living. Carter was not born into a family with a background in elite sports. His journey into athletics was not planned from a young age by specialist coaches. Instead, it grew from a natural love for running and playing outside. He attended the Bel Air High School in Mandeville, a respected private school in the region. It was here that his athletic abilities started to become more apparent. School sports, particularly the annual Boys and Girls Championships, are a huge part of Jamaican culture and a key place where future stars are found. In these early school years, Carter participated in various sports. He was an active child, full of energy. Running was something he did for fun, competing with friends and classmates in informal races. It was not yet a serious pursuit. His raw speed, however, did not go unnoticed for long. Teachers and sports coaches at school began to see that he had a special gift. He was naturally quick off the mark and could sustain his speed over short distances. This initial recognition was the first small step on a long path that would eventually lead him away from the quiet hills of Manchester and onto the biggest athletic tracks in the world. As Carter progressed through his teenage years at Bel Air High School, his talent for sprinting became more obvious. He began to take part in organized track meets central to the Jamaican high school system. These events are highly competitive and the primary scouting ground for top athletic clubs and coaches. He started measuring his speed against talented youngsters across the island. He wasn't an immediate superstar, but he consistently showed flashes of exceptional potential. His powerful build and his explosive acceleration stood out. Early school coaches provided initial guidance. They taught the basics of sprinting, starting blocks, running form pacing. This coaching was crucial. It helped turn raw ability into refined skill. While learning technique, his pure speed remained undeniable. He began to see running as more than a hobby. Encouragement from coaches and success in local meets fueled his desire to improve. He moved to Kingston to join the MVP, maximizing velocity and power track and field club. This was a major step. The MVP club, founded in 1999, had quickly become one of the world's most successful sprinting groups. It was led by the highly respected coach, Stephen Francis. Joining this elite group meant Carter would be training every day with some of the fastest athletes on the planet. This signaled his ambition to move from a promising junior to a world-class senior. Coach Stephen Francis was known for his scientific, no-nonsense approach to training. He had a reputation for identifying talent and turning it into championship-winning performance. Under his guidance, athletes were subjected to intense and meticulously planned training programs. Francis focused on running mechanics, race strategy, and mental preparation. For Carter, this was, a completely new level of coaching. He was now part of a system designed to produce elite sprinters. The environment was incredibly competitive, as he was now training partners with athletes who were also his main rivals for a spot on the Jamaican national team. At the MVP club, Carter was surrounded by greatness. Training in such an environment had a profound effect. It pushed Carter to his limits daily. He had to keep up with the very best just to survive in training sessions. As the saying goes, iron sharpens iron, and at the MVP club, Carter was being forged into a world-class sprinter capable of competing on any stage. The year 2008 was a pivotal one for Nesta Carter. Building on experience from the 2007 World Championships, he entered the new season with renewed focus and determination. The goal was clear: secure a spot on the Jamaican team for the Beijing Olympic Games. In Jamaica, sprinting talent ran deep. The competition was fierce. Carter knew he had to elevate his performance. The Jamaican Olympic trials in June 2008 were of immense significance. The men's 100-meter field was arguably the greatest ever assembled. In the final, he finished fourth, just outside the individual qualification spots. While this was a disappointment, his performance was a massive personal achievement. His fourth-place finish secured his position on the Olympic team as a key member of the 4x100-meter relay squad. He had successfully navigated the toughest national trials in the world and booked his ticket to Beijing. Arriving in Beijing for the 2008 Olympic Games was the culmination of a lifelong dream for Nesta Carter. Carter was selected to run the first leg, the lead-off, of the 4x100-meter relay. When the starting gun fired, Carter exploded from the blocks, giving Jamaica the fast start they needed. He powered around the turn, eating up the ground, and executed another smooth exchange to Frater. The team went on to win the race in spectacular fashion, smashing the world record. For Carter, it was a moment of pure triumph. He was an Olympic gold medalist and a world record holder, a key part of one of the greatest relay teams in history. After the incredible success of the Beijing Olympics, Nesta Carter was determined to prove himself as more than just a relay specialist. He wanted to be recognized as one of the world's best individual sprinters. The years following 2008 were dedicated to this goal. The highlight of his season came at a track meet in Rieti, Italy. In that race, he stormed down the track to a personal best time of 9.78 seconds. 9:78, Carter. This was a monumental achievement. The time made him the fourth fastest man in history at that point, placing him in the most exclusive company in the sport. He had officially arrived. He started to win races on the prestigious Diamond League circuit, beating other world-class athletes. At the 2011 World Championships, he reached the final of the 100 meters, a significant accomplishment given the depth of talent. While he didn't win a medal, he was there, competing with the best. Even as Nesta Carter's individual career blossomed, his role as Jamaica's premier leadoff runner remained central to his identity as an athlete. His explosive power out of the starting blocks was second to none. Carter was the leadoff man for the Jamaican team that won gold at the 2011 World Championships in Daegu. In that race, the team set a new world record, 37.04 seconds. A year later, at the 2012 London Olympics, he once again led the team. They won gold again, lowering the world record even further to an incredible 36.84 seconds. This time still stands as the world record today. Carter was the one constant first leg in this historic run of success. Their exchange became one of the most reliable and efficient in the world. His calm demeanor and unwavering focus in these high-stakes moments made him the perfect man for the job. The next major global event was the 2013 World Championships, held in Moscow, Russia. He navigated the rounds and successfully qualified for the final. This was a major personal milestone. In the final, Carter ran a fantastic race. He finished in third place, capturing the bronze medal with a time of 9.95 seconds. A few days later, it was time for the 4x100-meter relay. Carter once again took his place in the starting blocks for the lead-off leg. They crossed the finish line in first place, winning the gold medal with a time of 37.36 seconds. For Carter, the 2013 World Championships was a huge success. He had proven his value as both an individual star and the ultimate team player. The world of sport is always changing its rules on doping. New technologies let old samples be retested. In 2016, the IOC began a large reanalysis program, reanalyzing hundreds of samples from the 2008 Beijing Olympics. They used more sensitive scientific methods. The aim was to catch athletes who might have cheated years earlier. In that wave, a sample belonging to Nesta Carter from the 2008 Beijing Games was flagged. The new tests found a banned substance, methylhexanamine. At the time of the 2008 Olympics, it was on WADA's prohibited list. When news first broke in mid-2016 that a Jamaican had a positive retest, speculation grew. The B sample was tested and confirmed methylhexanamine. With both samples positive, the IOC opened a formal disciplinary case against Nesta Carter. Because the sample came from a relay, the result threatened the 2008 Jamaican 4x100-meter gold medal. The matter shifted from a lab result to a major international controversy that would take years to resolve. Nesta Carter and his legal team prepared a defense. They suggested it could have entered his system through a contaminated supplement, meaning he did not intentionally take it to cheat. Carter maintained his innocence throughout the entire process. In its official ruling released in January 2017, the Commission stated methylhexanamine was a stimulant that belonged to a class of substances banned at the time. They concluded that Carter was guilty of a doping violation. The most significant consequence was the impact on the 4x100-meter relay team. The Jamaican team, which had won gold and set a world record, was stripped of its medals. For Bolt, it meant he lost one of his triple gold medals, 3 golds at 3 consecutive Olympics. The loss of the medal was felt by the entire country. Usain Bolt said at the time, "It's heartbreaking, but it's just one of those." For Carter, the ruling was devastating. It stripped him of his first Olympic medal. It tarnished his reputation. It made him responsible for the loss suffered by his celebrated teammates. Nesta Carter did not accept the IOC's decision. He took his case to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Carter's legal team filed an appeal to overturn the disqualification. The appeal process was long. It was expensive. It was stressful for the athlete. In May 2018, KS delivered its verdict. It dismissed Nesta Carter's appeal. The decision was final. The 2008 Olympic relay team's gold medal was stripped and the ruling upheld. The ruling had a profound, lasting impact on his career and legacy. He continued to compete for a few more years. But his career was never the same. The controversy overshadowed his other achievements. It left a complex legacy. For some, he cheated and cost his teammates a gold. For others, he was a victim of changing rules and confusion. Nesta Carter's career is a story of 2 distinct parts. On one side, the story of incredible success. He was a cornerstone of Jamaica's golden era of sprinting, member of the exclusive Sub-980 Club, individual world championship bronze medalist. On the other side, the shadow of the doping controversy. It tarnished his reputation. It had a profound impact on his teammates. It attached a permanent question mark to his legacy. Carter's legacy is complex because both are part of his journey. He cannot be remembered only as a champion, nor only for the controversy. He was both. After the final ruling from the Court of Arbitration for Sport in 2018, Nesta Carter's career began to wind down. The sport moves on quickly, a new generation of sprinters emerging in Jamaica and emerging around the world. He became a more private figure, largely stepping away from the spotlight. From the rural hills of Jamaica to the top of the Olympic podium, inspiring. The subsequent fall from grace is a sobering reminder of strict elite rules and the lasting impact a single violation can have on a lifetime of work. He remains a world record holder, part of the Jamaican team that ran 36.84 seconds in London 2012. That achievement can never be taken away. He also remains one of the fastest men in history, a PB of 9.78 seconds. In the end, Nesta Carter's story is a full athletic life. It contains pure joy and victory, the thrill of breaking records, the pride of winning medals. It also contains deep disappointment, public controversy, personal struggle. A human story of talent, achievements, and a costly error. His legacy will be debated for years, a powerful narrative about the glory and peril of a life in the fast lane.